Hello everyone. Hi guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm continuing my story time videos. I'm going to continue my story time videos. I'm going to continue to read Soccer Duel by Matt Christopher. Yeah, here's the book. On page 85, chapter 12. Okay, let's go. By the middle of the first half, Bryce had had enough. He couldn't stand to see Rennie beaten up anymore, so he'd headed for Conroy's, where he knew the winning team would soon show up. As he sat there, sipping a glass of milk and picking at a plate of fries, he thought of Rennie getting stomped into mush by Turk Walters. It was all his fault, Bryce knew. He had done something awful, and his punishment would be the gift of getting the Orange Crush as a playoff opponent. He wondered what Turk would say when he walked in. Bryce could picture the big, mean grin he'd be wearing. He hated Turk Walters almost as much as he hated himself at that moment. But it wasn't Turk who burst through the doorway with a big smile on his face. It was Rennie Harding. Rennie came in yelling, "We did it!" at the top of his lungs, followed by 10 other Blue Hornets, all high-fiving and whooping it up. Bryce sat there frozen. He was totally unprepared for this unexpected turn of events. Unbelievably, the Blue Hornets had won. Rennie saw him and came up to him. "Guess what?" he told Bryce, putting an arm around his shoulders. "We beat the Crush 4-3. "Hey, all right," Bryce said with a weak smile and a little nod. "Good for you." He looked to let Rennie to see if he could spot any major wounds, but no, there was nothing. A little limp maybe, but certainly nothing like Bryce was afraid would be there. "I'm glad you're okay." He told Rennie truthfully. "I saw you get hit a couple of times." "Aw," Rennie said with a warm smile. "I'm okay. That kid Turk is really a dirty player. He was purposely trying to hurt me." "Yeah," Bryce mumbled, looking away. "He had me messed up for a while there," Rennie confessed. "I was starting to shy away from the action, but then I thought of what you told me." "Me?" Bryce turned to look at Rennie again. Don't let them intimidate you," you said. Rennie reminded him. "You were my inspiration out there today." He clapped Bryce on the back. "So now we get to face off in the championship series. It's going to be so cool. 2 out of 3, Blue Hornets and Yellow Jackets for the title. I can't wait." "Me either," Bryce said, his mood darkening. "You and your big mouth," the voice inside his head said. "First said Turk after him, who probably would have gone after him anyhow. Then you give Rennie the piece of advice that helps him win. Now his team's in the championships. How are you going to feel if he outplays you and walks off with the MVP trophy? Who's Coach Harrelson going to be impressed with then, huh? You stupid loser." Bryce winced and tried to shut out the little voice. "Got a headache?" Rennie asked. "What's the matter? Aren't you feeling well? You haven't even touched your fries." "What are you, my mother?" Bryce asked sharply. Then he pulled back, seeing the hurt look in Rennie's eyes. After all, Rennie was a good kid. He hadn't done anything bad to Bryce other than play good soccer. It wasn't as if he'd purposely shown him up or anything like that. "Sorry," he managed to say. "Anyway, thanks again for the advice," Rennie said. "It sure did the trick today. See you at the championship." He went to join his teammates. Bryce nodded. "Yeah," he muttered under his breath. "And this time I'll know you're coming." Bryce paid for his onion-eaten fries and left the store, still torn about everything that had happened. "Hey, McCormack!" Bryce came to a sudden stop as Turk Walters loomed up in front of him, scowling. "Oh, hey, Turk," Bryce said. "I heard you lost. Too bad." "Yeah, too bad," Turk said darkly. "Too bad for you, you double-crossing bum." "What are you talking about?" Bryce asked, annoyed. "That was some great advice you gave me," Turk said. "You lost us the game, jerk." "Oh, yeah? How did I do that?" Bryce asked, not giving an inch. "Your advice got me kicked out, that's how," Turk shouted. "First he gave me the penalty shot, which that kid Rennie converted, by the way. Then I had to watch on the sidelines while they scored the winning goal. You think they would have scored if I'd been out there?" "I don't know. Probably," Bryce said. "That kid Rennie's good. Besides, I didn't tell you to foul him dirty. You did that on your own. Face it. You should have listened to me when I told you to forget the whole thing." For a minute, Turk looked as if he were going to haul off and take a swing at Bryce. But evidently he decided that Bryce was too tough. "I'm going to get that kid," he growled, kicking the dirt. "You better leave him alone," Bryce said. "What are you, his protector or something?" Turk wanted to know. "He's a good kid," Bryce said. "You leave him alone or I'm going to have something to say about it. You hear me?" Turk's eyes narrowed as he stared back at Bryce. He nodded menacingly, then walked right past Bryce, muttering, "I hear you, McCormack. I hear you all right." Bryce looked after him, shaking his head. Turk's a real loser, he thought. Rennie Harding has 100 times more going for him. Bryce thought about the upcoming championship series. Only one team would come out the winner. He and Rennie might never meet head-on because they'd both be playing on the front line, but it would still be a contest between the two of them. Each was his team's best player, the one the team looked to when a crucial score was needed. There would be only one MPV. Coach Harrelson would be watching every game. MVP. Coach Harrelson would be watching every game. Coach Harrelson would be watching every game, and he would remember how each boy played when it came time to select the JV team's center striker next fall. Bryce wasn't worried or scared, just determined. He walked up his front steps, smiling. This is going to be interesting. May the best man win, he said to himself. Okay, so that's chapter 12 of Soccer Duel by Matt Christopher, pages 85 to 90. Take care, everybody. Another video from my Storytime channel.